Hey there, Michael from Break a Pencil here. I want to take a few minutes today to talk to you about the power of no. The most valuable thing that AI told me this week was no. Not for a recommendation, not an insight. It just no. This person isn't a prospect you should spend time on. And it was right. You see, I've been struggling lately with LinkedIn lead qualification. For my business, a lot of people that come into my sphere come in through LinkedIn, and I need to be able to qualify whether or not they're a prospective customer. But I get a lot of connection requests. I get a lot of comments on posts. And so I don't get enough clarity, though, on who is the target customer and who is not. So I built something to help. And it taught me something that I really wasn't expecting. I realized that I couldn't say no. It wasn't because I didn't know my criteria. I know who my ideal customer profile is. I know what signals matter. But when you're staring at a real customer's profile or a real person's profile, you see potential everywhere. Maybe this person knows someone. Maybe they'll convert later. Maybe I'm wrong to dismiss them. And what I learned is this isn't a strategy problem, it's a psychology problem. Things like optimism bias or loss aversion, the curse of being too close to something you care about. All these things creep in. Product managers, you have the same problem with your backlogs. Every feature request has a story. Every stakeholder has a reason. Every idea could be the one that changes everything. And so nothing gets cut and everything stays foggy. So let me show you what I built. A Claude project with my specific qualification criteria. Let me show you those. It's a long set of project instructions that talk about qualification and outreach instructions, ideal customer profile, qualifying signals, disqualifying signals, rating tiers, and it goes on and on. So now when someone engages with me on LinkedIn, I just drop their profile in. So let's do a real life example. I currently have a connection request that I haven't accepted yet from Mukul Dubey. So I PDF'd his profile, and I'm just going to go ahead and drop it in. And I'm going to say, this person just sent me a connection request. And I'm going to see what it does. I'm in extended thinking mode, so it might take a few seconds. All right, let's take a look. Rating, not a lead. And it tells me why. The role fit. This is an individual contributing product manager. His current role at Country Delight is an IC role. No indication of team responsibility or direct reports. Company fit. It's an Indian D2C dairy startup. Geographic market mismatch. Okay. And the IC role likely means no budget authority. Profile reads as career building mode, heavy on certifications. Recommended action, accept the connection, no message needed. He reached out to you, so no outreach required. Could become a prospect maybe for my Maven course, but not for my team training offering. 2 weeks ago, I would have probably spent 15 or 20 minutes digging into this person's profile, doing some background research, maybe crafting a thoughtful reply, or trying to nurture something that wasn't going to go anywhere. Now I know. They're not my customer. Move on. The system I'm using, it's not smarter than me, it's colder than me. It applies my logic, but it doesn't have the emotional overhead. In fact, one time I disagreed with it. It gave somebody a low score, but I felt that that person deserved a higher score. So I didn't just override it and ignore its recommendation. I went back in, I updated the criteria, and now it catches that pattern going forward. The system got smarter because I caught it being wrong and taught it how to be smarter. So here's what actually happened when I started using this regularly. It classified a lot of people as not a lead. People I probably would have spent time on. People I would have convinced myself were worth pursuing. And when I looked at the rationale, it was right. I was just too close to see it. The result isn't more leads, it's clarity. A manageable list of real prospects instead of a fog of maybes. And two safeguards make this responsible, but not reckless. One, every score you saw comes with a rationale, so I can audit the logic. I can disagree with it. I can explain it to others if I need to. And second, when it's wrong, I fix the criteria. I don't just override the output. The system improves. And that's the difference between using AI and building capability with AI. So here's the question for product managers. What does your no system look like? And what do you want to apply it to? A backlog triage, customer feedback prioritization, stakeholder request filtering, something else? The value isn't the automation. It's being forced to articulate your criteria clearly enough that something else can apply them. That's when you discover what you actually believe versus what you think you believe. Look, the best use of AI I have found so far isn't necessarily making me faster. It's giving me permission to stop doing things I shouldn't have been doing in the first place. As always, thanks for watching, and break a pencil.